Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the channel. This is Sohail with you today with a brand new video. Well, today is the 6th day of my trip to the Dolomites in northern Italy. But the weather has a lot of challenges for us today. So stick around and I shall explain. So today's journey map looks something like this. We start the day from the Hotel Brenner in northern Italy and ride towards generally the heart of the Dolomites near a place called Cortina di Ampezzo, which will be our base camp for the next 3 nights. We will cover about 115 miles on the planned route, and it should not take us more than 4 hours of the travel time. However, the weather forecast is not looking that great at all. We are unable to get a dry patch for the travel time, and the temperature is also only a couple of degrees C. So we anticipated it is going to be a rough ride. Now, when I looked at the weather forecast rain radar, I did spot some blue patches, and I genuinely thought they were clouds. Well, my bad. Those were not clouds, but snow. How you doing, Raz? You doing good? You look a little bit wet. Totally dry? Absolutely fantastic. You've got a fantastic kit. Alright. Shall we crack on? Alright, my brother. Now let me start to explain a little bit deeper through the map for what we got planned for the day. So last night we crossed the border from Austria. We're into northern Italy. So the planned journey for the day looks something like this, and so within the journey we've got a few things planned, and that includes basically a mountain track from just about there into here. So we start our climb as we obviously go towards the mountain. We go through the mountains and come out on the other side and kind of join the main road. So like I said, the journey involves obviously this mountain pass. Now when I looked at the weather map, like I said, so I didn't appreciate that there was going to be snow in the journey, and that's why myself and Raz decided to kind of go through the planned journey for the day through the mountains, that is. Mirza Saab, Arshad Saab and Dr. Saab were not doing this track because Mirza Saab is too clever to know that in this journey there's going to be some difficulties due to snow. He obviously knew there was some snow coming, so their plan was to basically avoid this mountain pass and follow the main road and go towards this lake if the weather is still great. Now this is supposed to be a good view from the lake, so that was one of the hit list, and we are obviously just trying to get towards the Cortina, which would be the end of the day, and that's where we will be staying for the next 3 nights. The rain kind of started pretty much as soon as we left the hotel in the morning. I decided to stop and put all of my underlayers and waterproofs on. Another 5 minutes and it started to snow really heavily. We enjoyed the scenery for a little while and then started to get a little concerned. In about no time, the snow started to settle and we were now riding slower than walking pace. It was so quiet. There was no cars, certainly no other crazy bikers, and not a single soul visible anywhere in our sight. Now this was kind of funny. We didn't really communicate to each other, but we were both thinking we are stuck in the mountain and could not see us going very far for very long. For my bike, the rear wheel started to lose traction with every single ever so slight throttle movement. Now, controlling the DCT in these circumstances is not something I had ever experienced before, and my confidence to keep the bike straight up was severely shaken. Even a 5-degree road turning seemed like an absolute mission. That's when we faced 3 cows right in the middle of the road. We literally rode to and stopped yards from them. They would not move. I'm telling you, they just would not move. They gave us a very hard stare for at least a few minutes, and we kind of knew exactly what they were thinking about. Finally, they moved and we continued riding at walking pace. About 30 minutes had passed since the snow started and we hardly moved 100 yards. I told Raz my navigation is showing up next turn in about 14 miles. He did not reply in very nice words. Things were not looking that great at all for us. We were now battling past a bend in the road and started to just about make out in the snow some sort of shelter next to the road. And we got closer and closer. We could see some lights and eventually we realized it was a coffee shop. And what a sigh of relief that was for us. Fortunately, the shop was open. We were cold and I certainly was exhausted. We ordered coffee and Raz started to explore the options with the shop owner and found out that they also rented out rooms. We were totally relaxed after this discovery and thoroughly enjoyed the hot cup of coffee while still getting warmed up. We went out to the bikes and still hadn't really discussed what we were going to do. And at that very moment, we started to hear loud scraping sort of sound. It was a snowplow. It went past us in no time and was going in the direction of our forward ride and completely cleared the road. We didn't really wait a single minute. We jumped on our bikes and followed it all the way down the mountain. And it literally only took us maybe 5-6 minutes. The snow was only on the top of the mountain, but it was still raining and cold. We decided to head towards a pizza shop, and what a great call that was. We enjoyed a lovely meal for almost 2 hours. I changed all my wet clothes. We then restarted our ride towards Cortina di Impezzo. We were now on the main road with pretty much a constant stream of traffic. Rain continued through our remaining 2-hour journey with intermittent snow and sleet. To keep the visor closed in the snow and sleet was a massive challenge, and snow would start to settle on outside the visor in no time, and if you open it, obviously it's too cold, and also you get hit by the snowflakes on your face if it's open. Anyway, eventually we got to the hotel. I was shivering. My core body temperature had dropped way below normal. I went straight to the room and headed to the hot shower for at least 30 minutes to literally defrost myself. What a day, what a journey, and what an experience that was. It was the most challenging ride I have ever had. and the feeling was that I will not like to replicate this type of journey ever again. But thankfully, I am safe and sound to tell the tale. Unfortunately, I did not have a lot of footage as my GoPro is not waterproof when the extended battery is attached. And without the extended battery, the original battery only lasts about 5 minutes in this sort of low temperatures. And obviously, when you're recording, I can't see the lens if the lens is clear for GoPro. So in the snowy sort of conditions on the bike, it's very difficult to know whether the lens is clear, and so that's one of the reasons I didn't really shoot too much in that journey. Now we do have this little footage that me and Rizwan was enjoying ourselves in the snow, and I'll just play that now and for you to enjoy. Well, this was a bit of an unconventional video, but I hope you liked it. If you liked it, keep watching the channel because I am still in the Dolomites and there will be further videos to come. Okay, until next time, take care.